Howdy folks, this is Checkers back again with another Fallout 4 video. This time a viewer request to have me show you how to make a lighting effect. You know, in the movies when the hero or heroine comes home or back to their lair or sanctum or garage after a long day of being a hero or heroine, and they flip on the lights and the first bank of lights comes on and then the second bank of lights and so on and so forth, making for a nice demonstration of how big the building is and how cool the lighting is. Well, we're going to do that today. So let's go ahead and say that we've just come back to our sanctum after a long day of hard adventuring in the Commonwealth. We throw open the door and, well, the sanctum is dark. We can't have that. We need some cool lights in here and we need a cool effect to get them going. So let's come over to our switched power pylon, throw the switch, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our lights greet us coolly and, well, with a cool effect to go with it. So let's take a look at how we did this and just run the trick one more time, just for fun. So, okay, that's the trick. How did we do it? First, we have power. We have 2 generators running all the power because we have a lot of light boxes. From the generators, we go to a single point, which is this switched power pylon. The switched power pylon breaks off in 2 directions. The first direction is over to a conduit on the wall here, which goes up to 3 cycling lights overhead, and it also carries a cable all the way over here to another conduit and up to this first lighting arch, and each one of these light boxes is individually cabled to its neighbor. Okay, the second branch from the switched power pylon comes here to a delayed on switch, and it breaks off into actually 4 of them. So first connection is here, its second connection is here, its third connection is there, and its fourth connection is there. So basically it's broken off into 5 places, not just 2. And each one of these delayed on switches is connected just like that switched power pylon to a conduit on the wall, which runs the length to, say, the next bank of things. So a conduit here to 3 cycling lights overhead, which then goes to another conduit and the light arch, so that each set of 3 cycling lights and light arches are together. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Our 5th one is 3 cycling lights and a light wall. And each one of these is connected in exactly the same way. So our last one here, say, is getting power from the switched power pylon to a conduit, which just runs the length of the wall until it reaches this conduit, goes up to its 3 lights, and over to the light wall. And now let's take a look at how we've made this come on in stages. So our switched power pylon here is our 0 point. And so I have a little Nixie tube attached here, just as a visual reminder that this is 0. And our first delayed on switch is delayed by 1 second. Our second delayed on switch is delayed by 2 seconds. Our third delayed on switch is delayed by 3. And our fourth delayed on switch is delayed by 4. So that if we come back over, let's switch off our Pip-Boy light, turn off the power, turn it back on, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, now let's add a 5th step to this so that you can see how exactly I did this. And I will also link here the delayed on switch video, the introduction that I made earlier, so that if you have any more questions about how the timing is set, you can check that. So the first thing we're going to need is a generator, because if I try and set up a new delayed on switch and just hook a terminal to it and change its timing, and I did it to the same power that all of these were connected to, the terminal doesn't differentiate from one delayed on switch to the other. I would just essentially reset the timing on all of them, and we don't really want that. So we need a second generator to power a terminal, and then we need something for our new delayed on switch to light. Let's put up a set of light boxes here. And then we will come over, whoops, to switches and get ourselves a new delayed on switch. Okay, here is our 5th delayed on switch. We'll set that there, and we'll even give it a Nixie tube of its own so that we can have the visual record of what it's set to. You don't need to do this. This is just so you can see, you the viewer. Okay, so we've hooked up our Nixie tube to our new delayed on switch. We're going to bring our delayed on switch over to our light boxes, and we're going to cable our light boxes together. Okay, and now we can put our generator to our terminal and our terminal to this delayed on switch. And let's exit out of the settlement interface. So this delayed on switch is completely separate from this set of power. So if I turn this power off, okay, you can see that stuff is all still on, so it's separate. And why don't we leave that off for now? And we'll come over here to our terminal, and we want to go to delay switch control, and we're going to delay this by 5 seconds. So it basically goes, I think, 1/8, 1/4, 1/2 second, and then 1 through 5, and then 10. So your choices to delay are a little strange, but there they are. Okay, now we want to go back into our settlement interface. We're going to store our generator, we're going to store our terminal, and we need to make one more connection now because this delayed on switch has no power. We're going to grab power from our switched power pylon and carry it over to our new delayed on switch. So now if I turn my Pip-Boy light off, we have no power inside, a storm brewing outside, but when we hit our switched power pylon, we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Whoops, forgot to set the 5. Okay, just for fun, we'll do that one more time. Power off and power on. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, folks. This has been Checkers with a look at how to set up the cool movie sequence overhead lighting effect, or basically a build effect, if you wanted to look at it in theatrical terms, in Fallout 4. I would like to remind you that I have a Twitter link in the description of the video and on my channel main page. If you're on mobile, it'll be on my channel About page. Also, if you look in the upper right-hand corner, you will see a small letter I with a white circle around it. You may need to move your mouse or touch the screen to find it. These, however, are cards, and they are links to other videos that I've made. In this case, they will link to the delayed on-switch video I made, and also probably the playlist of power and lighting control that I have with other videos like this. I would like to thank you for watching. I hope you found the video informative and maybe just a little entertaining. I would like to invite you to subscribe, like and share if you so desire, and ask you to please take care.